Okay, I hope you all have clear heads because I'm about to get a whole lot deeper into this and try and do something like I would if I was just working regularly. Okay, so your tasks for the next batch of tasks are going to be all related to event handling, but they're not going to be the same way as we have specified in using the fxml to specify the handler name. And so this is a lot more of a traditional way to do it, like before we had fxml, and you'll see it everywhere and in other programming languages, so it's well worth your time to try and understand this stuff. Okay, so your first task is going to be to get this copy button to work. It's supposed to copy. Let's see if we can get something that has actual results coming back. You can see why I wanted to have a thing to clear these out. Can I have some stocks or something? Where's the stocks at? Oh. Did I? No, okay, I'm gonna get it again. Yeah, here we go. Copy. Okay, here we have the stocks. And then I would want to copy this. You press this little button and then it should copy to clipboard. And then when I have it on my clipboard, I should be able to do something with it. Like over here in my clips, I should be able to paste. How do I even paste any clips? Oh, there it is, because I always use the short keys, so I'm trying not to do that. But it's not doing it. So that's one of your tasks, is to implement that. So as a clue, you might be able to find, this is not a label, it's a little image. So it's going to look like two little pages. And so we could go over here and we could have a look at, in resources, Rohit has this nicely organized. We have assets, sorry to be jumping around a bit, assets and CSS and templates. So in the assets, we have some images. If I open that one, see what it looks like. I guess it might be white or something. How do I get a look at that? Can I open it somewhere else? External programs. How about preview? Okay. Yeah, so it is white and it's transparent. So there you've got that guy, and then you would search for that name. See, it's copy.png, and then you might be able to find where that's loaded, which is in dashboard.fxml, and then you might be able to find which controller is attached to that. Controllers at the top, dashboard controller. And by the way, these usually match the name, so dashboard controller, dashboard fxml, that's another little clue. It's not enforced, but you can kind of get the gist of what the developer is thinking. Alright, so that's one of your tasks. Another one, let me just check what I actually had assigned. Oh yeah. Okay, so I was playing with this and I was like, well, I got a whole lot of these dudes to close. Look at how, God. Now if I was in Eclipse doing this, I'll show you in a second. So now I closed the last one. What? That was unexpected. So I would like you guys to warn the user before exiting, so it obviously knows when it's at the last tab. And there's an alert that you can use, but whatever way you want to warn them. Just a warning so that they have a chance to say okay before it closes unexpectedly like that. Okay, that's item 2. Those are the 2 things. Okay, yes, now I'm going to go kind of crazy and hope that I can show you a few things. Alright, so when you have a bunch of these tabs open, I would like to be able to do this. So here I am in Eclipse, and say I have one important thing that I'm working on, like writing. I can right click and I can say close others. I use this all the time. So then it will just like, whoop, get rid of all my other tabs and I can just focus on the one I'm on. Okay, so I'm going to try and implement that here in Everest. So this seems to be the place where we're dealing with events that are related to closing. And so we're in here and like, where was that stuff? Let's see if I can find close. On close request, but it wasn't that one. Yes, here. Okay, so this is a pretty complicated little spot where we're adding a tab. Adds a new tab to the tab pane. Another way to have found this would be if you know that JavaFX, how you do tabs with JavaFX, you'd be all like JavaFX tab pane. Yeah, here's the documentation for it. Shows you how to put those together. Put new tab, set content, etc. Might be coming back here. But yeah, then you could have searched and maybe found out where the tab panes were. And in this project, it's more than one place. There's more than one tab. There's like auth tab, body tab. Body I know is down this part down here from being around. So it would have been between dashboard controller and home window controller, but this one says request options, so it's not going to be that one. So yeah, by process of elimination you might have got this, but usually the thing to do is to test it to see if you're right. So I'm going to put a thing in here when I do the close so that I can see it at least printing out. You might have already done this in the last exercise. So I'm going to look for that close again on close request, that one. Okay, so this is adding an event handler. So it's saying that whenever the new tab has a close request, then do this stuff. So we're going to remove the tab, and I'm just going to CISO that and then see what happens. Okay, close things. Removing tab is happening down here. So that part, you should have figured that out for warning the user that they're about to close the program. Are they sure? Okay, but if I look at this method, this is kind of where the tab stuff is all getting set up. Here's where it says new tab. You know, I'm gonna just see. This is where they're getting created. Put two kisses in here in this set text, because a new tab, well actually before I run it with the kisses, I'm just going to run it without so I can show you, because there's a way to just make a fresh tab, and I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Initializing the text based on the target of what? Further handling of the tab text. Okay. So this plus makes new tab over here. Alright, so if I'm in the right spot where these guys get added, then when I put the kisses on here, I should see them whenever I click that plus button. Okay, now they have kisses on them, all of them. Okay, if they don't have a URL, I guess. If the target is null, target must be the URL. Okay, let's get rid of that and this. And what I'm going to try and do next is, because this is the place where that event handler is being registered, I'm here going to try and make it so that these are right clickable, because I want to be able to do like I do here in Eclipse and do right click and close others. So we can have different handlers on here. This one is for a close request. Now I'm going to try and add one for a click. So new tab. On close, no. Okay. Set context menu. Context menu. Context menu. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. but to your context menu, you need to add menu items, so that's going to be more than one. I'm going to pull this out as a local variable, and then I'm going to see if I can add things to it. Add set. I'm looking for a way to do menu item. LM. So in the constructor it was letting me do it. Menu item something. Menu item list. Alright, let's do that then. Who knows if this will really work out at all. You won't find anyone else doing this on the internet looking like an idiot. Menu item FX, there we go. Maybe if I move that up, then I can just jam that in there. But no. List menu item. Remove to match. Remove to menu item. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. I'm not sure if this is the way to do it. I'm going to search and see. Context menu JavaFX. I'm looking for an example. Oh, right. This looks good. Okay, so we have a context menu, we have menu items, and then we're get.add. That seems a little awkward. Get items.add. Do menu item. All right. I guess that's just how we're going to be doing it for now. If I was not being recorded now, I might spend longer searching for the perfect solution. So this is going to be close all. Close others. Yeah. Get items.add. Okay, context menu, mine's called, I'm going to actually call mine that, that's a little better. And then we have add context menu. Menu items does not exist. We don't use that, we use that. Okay, context menu, making a menu item, adding the menu item to the context menu. Will we see it? All right, look at that. All right, great, 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 great. Okay, making good progress. Now I want a handler for that. So when I click on that, I want to get an event. Okay, so it's either going to be on the menu. I think these people are doing it. Cut. Okay, on the menu item. So we need to figure out where the action goes. And according to this, it goes on the menu item. I could check if, yes, it kind of makes sense that this close others once it gets clicked. So on action, then no. On. Oh, add event handler. Yep. There's got to be a better way to do this. I feel like I'm not doing it the right way. Because I want one of these inner class things. Yes, set on action. I'm going to take that. Thank you. and then there's a lot of things here that need to be imported. So I'm going to do, for me, it's Windows Shift O. That will import all the things automatically, and I want everything that's JavaFX, not AWT. That's all old. Now this is an inner class. Ooh, I guess we have to study that at some point. And so it's like open there. It's like that's that thing, and then I need another one of those. Yes, format. All right, so this is an inner class. I'll talk about those later, but hopefully this is going to set it so that when close others is clicked, it will call this handle method. Let's see. Oh, there's my gobbledygook coming out. All right, so the handler is in action. All right, that's good. Now, what we want to do is we want to close everything but the current tab. So let's see if we can figure out what the current tab is. Is it part of the event? Get the source. That's the source of the event. So if you're, sometimes you use that to get what caused it. Right, so it's just telling me the menu item. That's not giving me any access to the tab. But I feel like maybe this is reinventing the wheel. So I wonder if Rahit already dealt with something like this, because see, he's doing switching states and things. Selected item property. Get selected item tab pane. Ooh, look at that. All right, I'm going to give that a little try. So I think it looks like the active tab can be gotten like this, which I have access to. See, I'm going to click this little arrow that takes me back to my last edit. Let's see if I can, so I'm going to switch those, Alt up, and then I'm going to see if I can get some information about the active tab. Dot get text. I told y'all I was going deep off the cuff like. I'm actually doing this so that you can see like what it looks like to be at work and to be investigating things, but also I'm hoping you learn something about event handling, which you'll be using in lots of places, not just in Java even. What am I looking for? Oh, look, it says new tab. I think this is promising. Oh, it thinks they're all new tab. Doesn't have the actual URL coming out. So that's not really telling me anything useful. I'd like to know more about it. Like I'd like to know that it's the current one that I'm clicking on. Who knows, it might have a nice toString method. Huh, no. Okay, let's see what else we can print. I tried text, style, type selector, hash code. Oh, get context menu, properties, tab pane has properties, is closable, la 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 la. None of this is really looking good for me. So you know what, I'm actually going to just get all crazy and just close it, because I have this method down here that does remove. So I'm going to try and remove tab. So this is active tab. See, if I can get it to do that. Let's see, quote that, quote that. All right, so I'm hoping that it will remove it when I click it. The active one, which is the opposite of what we actually want. But I'm trying to take baby steps. Okay, is it closing it? Is it closing that one? I think it is. I think it is closing the one I want. So now I'm able to get rid of all the new tabs. This one has Alpha Vantage on it, so let's make sure it goes away. Okay, yes, okay, great. Now what that means to me is that active tab is the one that I just clicked on to do the close others. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so what I actually want to do in here is remove all but the active tab. So I feel like I need to get out of here. Remove all but all other tabs. And then I'm going to pass in active tab. I'm going to switch the order of those and stop removing that. And then I'll make this method. Oh, it's in there. No, I think it's going to have to be out here because we'll be accessing things. Right, now all the tabs, here is where I want to say, where are all the tabs? What are they? Look at this, tab pane.get tabs. Let's see if I can get the tabs that way. Local variable. Yeah, good thing I didn't have to think about that. So what I did there was I extracted a local variable with the refactoring. I'm going to go back and do it again with just the menu because I do the keys. Okay, right click and then you say refactor and then you say extract local variable, and then it might be different on your computer. It's these three things will do it for me. Then you give it a name. Okay, I'm going to iterate over these so I can see. I got a message. What have we got? Well, you know, I'll try the ID, but I pretty much tried printing everything and it's not doing it for me. Okay, so maybe this will print the current tabs. Maybe I will then be able to close them. Okay, close others. No, those are the IDs. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's see. I'm just going to close all but 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's looking very good. I feel good about that. ID is null. Fine. So I'm just going to try and close these guys like I did with the other one. So remove tab and then tab. These nulls are useless. Ooh, way. Okay, yeah, that would have been too good to be true if that worked right away. Okay, so what we have here is a concurrent modification exception. What that means is that I'm iterating through the loop here, through the array list, and then I'm trying to remove from it, and doing those two things at the same time is concurrent modification because both are modifying the list. So it's like, no. I think that I gave you an exercise on this before in array lists, but it's something that you need to know about. If I were you guys, I'd just be going, what? Let me, and then you'd probably see some possible solutions. How to avoid, look at that. Do stuff, that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, you can use an iterator for this is fine. I have my own way that I like to do this that makes sense for me. it's to actually just make a list. So add to the list and then remove them at the end. So this is what I'm going to do. Make a list of the stuff I want to remove. Remove the removee list from the current tabs. Okay. Yeah, well, that's fine. So you can just stick there. I'm gonna make another list, but it's not gonna be observable, whatever that is. List of tabs. A list of tabs. Tabs to be removed. Array list. Come on now. Oh, it could have done that a little better. Let's see if I can go back. Array list. And then with the collection, so I don't have to type stuff out now. Okay. Tab. How did I get that? T. Yeah. Okay, and that's because I didn't import the list. So I just imported it with my auto magic fingers, which are Control Shift and O for me. Very selfish. Okay, and then it had a choice. That's why I didn't do it automatically. I want util. Okay, so tabs to be removed dot add. Okay, because I want everybody but this one. Okay, so then I would be like, if active tab, passing that in there, active tab, good. Okay, so if active tab, that's actually the one that was clicked on. If that is not equal to tab, then I want to add it to the to be removed list. Not the active tab, don't want that. So we should have got 3 minus 1 last time. Okay, now let's see if I can do tabs, current tabs, remove all. Oh, no way. Okay, Alpha Vantage, where are you there? Huh. And there we have it. I'm a little surprised because I felt like we would have to do more updating of the UI, whereas all we had to do was modify the current tabs list. And the current tabs list came from the tab pane. Okay, so that was a pretty direct connection. And interestingly, I didn't use this method. So this method not only just does this one thing, but it also does a bunch of other things. I might find that I need to do those things too. If I did, I would iterate over these tabs to be removed, and then I would call the remove tab method. But you know, I think that I've kept you here for long enough, and so I'm pretty happy with that for the moment. Okay, that's how you move all other tabs. That's a little bit about event handling and me going off on a little down a little rabbit hole. But the exercises that are to come next, I think, might be a little easier after seeing me play around like that. Oh, this is, now you have to do this one. Warn the user before exiting when the last tab is closed. Alright, you definitely have some pretty good hints towards that. And then try and get the copy button working. Okay, those are challenging, but doable, I think. It's just a matter of perseverance, keep looking, keep trying stuff out, and try and take little steps so that you don't get overwhelmed with all of the code. Okay, good luck, adventurers. See you in the next lesson.